Yeah, enjoying it. Obviously, the 3 points has even sweeter today. I thought it was fantastic for the first half. Second half was always going to be a bit of a slog. Grimsby are a good team whenever got possession of the ball, but we saw it out, and 3 points was valuable today.
James Dayton wheeled away when Billy Waters scored the goal. When that set piece or a set piece comes off like that you've used before and it's just pulled out of the locker, how much joy is there among all the players?
Oh, it's fantastic because that's the gaffer's baby, that set piece. I don't want to give too much away, but we do work hard on that set piece, and when it comes off, everything ticks at the right time, and everyone's got their part to play. Even the players that don't touch the ball, they have a massive part to play in giving the players space to play the ball. And fantastic from Billy Waters. It was on absolute fire anyway. Even more impressive with him was his clearance that he made later in the second half. That's good as a goal for us.
And I think it was Macclesfield at home last year with that goal last week. It was 13 months ago, so you've left it with some mothballs for a while and then brought it out.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's it's got to be the right distance away from goal for us to do. And if it's not on, then we've got people who can take fantastic set pieces. Dates, you saw him at Wrexham last year, and obviously Grimsby. So it's an option. We've got 4 or 5 options from that situation, so it's great to have.
From your point of view, and in terms of the momentum of the season, a series of draws, if you can come off that with 1 win, that makes the draws feel a bit better. To come off the back of it with 2, I think you're up to 16th now in the table, and you're looking up a bit more than looking over your shoulder.
Oh no, definitely. I think it took us quite a while to acclimatise to the league, but I think we're there now. We're building momentum. We're getting players back, injuries, suspensions, etc. And we've got to take that momentum into games. I think we've got a fantastic squad, great team spirit, and there's no reason why we can't go on and push on towards the playoffs. And
Gary made the point today that out of your starting 11, only Russell wasn't at the club last year, so all of the outfield players were at the club last season.
That's fantastic. It's a fantastic feat to have, because the players, you can tell the players have adapted to the level and the pace of the game at this level. And that just shows what the team spirit was of, because if the characters ain't right in the dressing room, then the gaffer and Russell wouldn't have them about. So that's different down to the lads, and that's fantastic. And
are you being asked to do basically the same job as you were last year, just sort of organised from that base of the midfield?
Yeah, we've got we know our roles. I've been here obviously since last year, so I know my job. I know what I can offer to the team and what I can't offer to the team. My job's in there, get us ticking, organised with Monday dates, whoever plays in there. And give us a solid platform to go and play, and that's what I think we do.
And Jack just offers something a little bit different, doesn't he? Even if you've got yourself and Harry, although he didn't play there today, and Munsey in there, you've got someone to spread the ball, someone to try and win the ball, and someone to look up and try and pick a pass, which is what Munsey does.
I think we've got in each player that plays in there, I think we've got a bit of everything with everyone. I think we all like to get on the ball. Dates is fantastic at putting balls up in the final third and running at people and committing fouls, etc. And putting balls around the corner. Whereas Munsey likes to get his foot up, get his, like you say, look about and pick that fantastic assist up. But I think we all work hard, and we all rat around and try and win the ball back. And it's great to play now. They understand the game, and we're on the same wavelength.
That's a phrase that Russell Penn used to use, former Kidderminster midfielder in Cheltenham. I'm a rat in the midfield.
No, I didn't say I was a rat. I said we all like ratting in the midfield.
Yes, but that's a phrase that Russell Penn used to use. And would you say that that's your job, to just rat around in there?
No, I think it's a lot more than that. I think a lot of teams don't give a sort of, although with this team I am sort of more of a defensive midfielder, because the players we've got in there who like to get forward. I think teams don't give the defensive midfielder a lot of credit. I think we showed at the Crawley game last week that a lot of ball went through me, the assist went through me. So it's not just me who sits in there. If Munsey, we can rotate a lot, and if Munsey wants to drop in there, he does, and he gets a lot of assists himself. So, but first and foremost, you've got to work hard to win the ball back, and that's the job of all midfielders.
So pleased to get 2 wins. Let's just take it. I suppose you're going to say we won't look any further than Blackpool now.
Well, no, it's a cliche in football. Next game's the biggest one. We owe Blackpool a bit of a game after the cup game we played up there. I thought we deserved to probably go on and win it with the chances we had. But yeah, it's to get three wins in a row would be fantastic for us, and like I say, get up that league table and get closer to them players as we can.
Just a bit ahead of steam starting to build.
Yeah, you can sense it around the place. even last night, you know, having a meal, the banter's flowing, and team spirit was there. You know, at the start of the season, it was a bit tough because the results weren't going well. Players weren't in a squad, you know, and injuries, suspensions, but momentum's building definitely, and you know, we'll see what happens next Saturday.
Thanks, Carl.
No problem.
Just take us through your emotions at the start of start of last week's game. Was there a sense of nerves because you'd waited so long and you'd built up the sort of Football League debut to be a bigger thing than it probably was?
It was a big thing. Yeah, definitely a big thing. Nerves? No, I was sort of fairly confident, especially playing at home. That always helps. I think if it was an away game, a little bit more. But the most important thing, that was my first touch, get an early first touch and just settle it down. But it helped the way Crawley set up. I know they like to play the ball, and I had a lot of free space, you know, for the first half an hour, which, like I said, we created the goal from that point of view. But yeah, I enjoyed the game last week, enjoyed the game today, so I've got a great record here. Surprised if anyone's got a better record than me here. So,
oh really? It's just what, never lost here?
I think it's played 8, lost 1, won 7, so better than some of the Grimsby players, isn't it?
And you, as a man who knows that kind of thing, I imagine you're looking at the fact that it's only 4 points to the playoffs now, and
yeah,
and things like that. Is the temptation now to look ahead rather than nervously over the shoulder?
You know, I think individuals are different, but you know, even when we was sort of down there, if you like, I know we're not massively out of that zone, but you know, it was always to look at the playoffs. You're at a club with Charlton Town or with a manager like Gary Johnson. You look over your shoulder, you got to look up. And if you're not looking up, then you won't be here for much longer. But the temptation is playoffs. Automatic's a big step at the minute, but you know, let's just keep our feet on the ground and you know go and try and beat Blackpool.
Just finally on the free kick, is it you that makes the call? How is it?
Yeah, I like to say, yeah, it is me, because like you see in the later, it was the start of the second half, Pelly just blast one into the wall. And it was on again if we could, you know, but I've got to let him have one, I suppose, the first one come off. But yeah, whoever's on the ball, me or Dates, will make the decision. But 9 times out of 10 it will be, you know, I'll give Downs or Powers a little heads up on the way for us to running through. So yeah.
The gaffer said it's been the weasel. It had to be renamed the badger.
Yeah,
is there any other sort of animal that it's going to be for next week?
Yeah, I don't know. The donkey, I don't know. Depends who's taking it. If it's Dates, it'll be the donkey.
What would it be if Pelly took it?
Oh,
let's not go there.
Yeah. It was my roommate last night, so I can't say too bad about him.
Cheers.